Hello, this is Alex from Ripoli, and I would like to show you how I use the latest Tailwind 4 with Astro 5. Both of packages are in beta, but they work seamlessly together. So let's just get started. I've got my terminal ready, I've got my documentation ready, and let's start. So this is the command line to install latest Astro 5. So I'll just use pnpm. Use whatever you want, and this should start quickly. So I will create a project in Astro Tailwind, let's say. It's an empty project. I don't need TypeScript right now. I do want dependencies and I want a repo. Perfect. This should take only a few seconds and it's done. Nice. Let me connect this to my code. So Astro TW. This is running just a few seconds because it's SSH to my development machine, and we got it up. So now I switch in here, install should be already done. Let's click dev and it's running. Nice. As it is on another machine, I will just quickly update my package JSON so it runs on all IPs. Perfect. Next, we need to install Tailwind, and this is really simplified with PostCSS. Like, just take those packages, and I've got some aliases around pnpm install, and installing PostCSS version and Tailwind CSS. Next, I need to create this PostCSS config file. So let's create a new file, post css.config.js, and paste in the content classics. And next we need a CSS file. It's suggested to be app CSS, it doesn't matter, use whatever you want. So let me go into my source and make this app.css and include Tailwind. Perfect. So this should conclude the installation of both packages, and what we need now is let me include some code. I'll just duplicate these pages into layouts, so I get my quick layout, and my layout will be something like that with a slot, and I import my my app.css. Perfect. Slot. Okay. And from here, yeah, my layout should have a name, of course, something like that. Cool. And now I'll import my main layout here, something like that, and move this h1 Astro up here. Clear my terminal and run dev and see how it looks. On 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. It runs. And now if I add some CSS to it, like class it's bg red 500 and text is white and padding 8, it should be like that. Cool. So Tailwind is installed just a few minutes in, and no plugins, no Tailwind config file, as you can see. But we might not stop here. We can explore some new functionality or how you work with Tailwind 4. For example, this stuff, if you run, let's say, built-in preview, and this will show up in the same on the same page, same port. If I go into my CSS, let's say, you can still see it's pretty verbose and still outputting colors and other classes which I might not need. So I usually, in this my app CSS, I update my theme, where you can say let's say first I can define my own color. Like I say, I know my Ripoly color is B400, something like that. Yeah, I might save this, and if I go into my main and I go into no, into pages, let's say I now might use this. Let me go here and say this is Ripoly 500, and it should, if I go back into that, okay, this CSS is not existent anymore, yeah, but now my text is in my Ripoly 500 color. If I go into my DevTools, you can see this is that's how Tailwind is working. So what I did here is just define my own color. If I want to disable other colors, I just go into color star and say initial. Yeah, and from now on, if I go here and just bring up my CSS, which is here inlined, you see there are no colors anymore. Just my color will be somewhere down here. And I cannot use, let's say, text orange. There is no orange, there is no blue. There is just my color defined as it should be, as I disabled all other colors. And you can go into documentation of Tailwind, and here down there for P4 there is customizing your theme part, and here you have it described, like you can disable your fonts, you can disable all your variables to just be clean default. And what you can do is from these namespaces just enable or disable those ones which you actually need. And I often use something like that. So let me bring up my own CSS from another application, and that's it. So I let's say won't be needing breakpoints for this example. I won't be needing containers, radiuses, shadows, stuff like that, but I will keep fonts and texts and font weights and tracking and so on. Let's say just an example. And I added my own white and black. And then of course, let me quickly bring in some, let's say, components here. And I will bring in some code for my page. So this is just a quick change. So I'm using some classes. I'm using this component, which is nothing else but the logo. And this should finally, if I just need something here in my main. So this BG black and text white. And if I run this stuff, yeah, it's not global, it's app, sorry, live coding, no problem. Run dev, and let's see how this page looks now. Yeah, so what we've got is just an SVG displaying at the top, and we have selective colors and really small small CSS. If I build this stuff and run it again, and you can see it's now here in this file. So nothing here, just fonts as I wanted, just some colors which are exactly needed, and that's it. Text white, text center, perfect. So this concludes my presentation, and stuff will be on GitHub within half an hour. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments if I can be of further assistance.